Hey, it's Todd Ault, and this is Risk on Rewind. Hey, Jason, we're going to cover GME, dude. We've covered this in so many episodes, and I'm so excited. It's kind of a fun thing. It talks about everything we did for the quarter in GME. It's kind of crazy.
GameStop.
Can we talk about GameStop for a second? Hey, on my mind and your mind should be GameStop, the everlasting gobstopper, which is GameStop. I've been doing this for 32 years. I have never seen something do what it's done. It has retraced 50% of its high loss. None of you know what's happening. I'm sorry, you don't know. You're right that you have your guys are on it. You're smarter than us. There's no question. And you guys have done some analysis. There's something up, but we don't know why. I mean, there's some sort of perfect storm brewing here.
If I were the CEO of GameStop, the first thing I would do is raise capital, start working on closing my stores, and get all digital online with that business. They could be the biggest online game retailer in the world.
It's like they listened to us, huh?
Yeah, they did eventually, but they were stupid for a long time.
You know what's pretty cool when you said you didn't even know what was happening, and then we started finding out about WallStreetBets, and then all the madness that was going on there, and then of course we started finding out about the hedgies, and then all the stuff going on with the brokerages. It was just madness.
Well, when you came to work with me, one of the reasons I wanted you to be here is because you can follow all that stuff. I don't even understand where you were getting your information, but clearly you were connected to the Reddit community. You knew what was happening.
I mean, these guys just had like GameStop running through their arteries
Every day.
Yeah, it was amazing. It
Insanity.
still is.
Melvin Capital wasn't wrong. They have 5,000 stores. That business is going away. And by the way, Cohen, the guy who's running it now, the new chairman, it's not clear what their plan is. The delivery of Microsoft games and Epic games and all these games are happening digitally. And so the problem is the business model that GameStop has with these 5,000 stores, they got to figure out what they're going to do with them. Because the reality is you don't order games the same way anymore. You don't go buy them at the store. You just buy them online.
You remember that Deep F Value guy?
Yes, I remember him, yeah.
There's a nice article out about him losing $13 million, but still holding on. I just want to understand his trading strategy.
I don't think he had one. I think it was just principle.
The fact that it's holding on volume and volume and volume, there is no understanding of what the market's doing when you don't understand GameStop. And since I don't understand it, to me, the way GameStop goes, the way the market goes.
What I liked about it, too, is the camaraderie on WallStreetBets. Everybody would post like, hey, I got 5 shares. That's the best I can do. And they refer to each other as like certain names that are like, like calling each other names in a good way, though. I don't want to really say the names. But if you go on WallStreetBets, you'll immediately see those names. But they're all like encouraging each other, and they're all saying they're holding, they're trying to take on the hedge funds, and they squeeze the thing all the way to $483. I mean, that's just unbelievable.
They were definitely proud that day.
And some of them took profit because sanity kicked in. Some of them stayed insane and watched it go from 483 back down to 60. And then now you had like Deep Value, who was one of the posters there, who has a huge position. They call him in front of Congress. He took a lot of heat, and now he's really in a good position. He doubled down on GameStop. Now he's got like $36 million worth of GameStop, and I think he's probably in for like $8 million. I mean, just incredible move, life-changing money. And this was just one of those situations where social media came together with zero commissions brokerages, came together with COVID situation, shorts, hedge funds. Is a perfect storm of just volatility, and we were on it like every day.
Yeah, it was crazy. Not that we should care, although for full disclosure, I am long the stock. Why do I care about GameStop? I think it's going to have a psychological effect on the market because this has been the big talk for the first quarter, because it's really a huge focus of online investors and really kind of a test case for whether sort of the WallStreetBets crowd really has more control over what they're doing or not. They were basically shorting more than was available. Basically, some people have a big issue with the way that of their behavior.
You short one share more than once. That's a little weird. That's something that's naked shorting like that. When you have 140% or 150% of the outstanding shares available to short, and they're being shorted. These hedgies, they're in this thing deep. 60, 64, 57, 59. heavy shorting going on in GameStop. Took it back under 200. What's important tomorrow is the guidance.
What's WallStreetBets saying about GameStop being down 85 from the peak?
Yeah, the diamond hands, as they were world renowned for, because they are now paper hands, and now they've capitulated. I think GameStop is 53 after hours.
GameStop closed 81.75, down 12.74 today. I even sold. This is just a bloodbath. GameStop down 62.98, and for the blunder of the year, the stupidity of the year from a management team, you don't go from $4 to $400. And then wait till the end of the quarter to say you might do an ATM for $100 million. You guys are the stupidest people on the planet. I've never seen anything so inept in my lifetime that you get a market cap of $25 billion and you wait to the end of the quarter to tell people after the market you're going to raise capital when you could have raised it the entire time in 2 seconds. GameStop's management completely blew it. And now the stock's down $62 and going backwards, and this absolutely plays into the hands of people that think they should be short the stock. The Wall Street Bets people should be pissed off beyond belief that the management team waits to the quarter to tell people that they're going to raise capital. I mean, Captain Obvious, everybody on Wall Street Bets knew they were going to raise capital eventually. Why do you wait so long? I mean, this is the stupidest move I've ever seen. And also, too, their quarter sucked. I mean, to me, they sucked. There's new consoles coming out. They had new consoles, and they did poorly. It was like they did okay. It doesn't make any sense to me, and I'm pissed,
dude. Seriously,
the only revision I would say to this is that we don't know the Chewy guy who was
Ryan Cohen.
We don't know whether the board was cooperating with or not. So I will reiterate that maybe they're not as stupid because maybe Cohen wasn't getting cooperation from management. But overall, it's still the stupidest thing I've ever seen. You went to $25 billion in market cap. You could change the company's dynamics with a 10% raise and raise $2.5 billion.
Yeah.
I still think they didn't raise enough money. Yeah. I still think they're stupid. I just think that they're insane that they have a chance to really compete on a global digital scale, and they have so many people watching, and all these people, Wall Street Bets people, effectively help them do this. And then for them to barely take anything off the table,
Remember, at the time, they only had like $600 million cash on hand.
Right.
And this thing was about a $30 billion market cap at the time. Now it's at $160, $11.3 billion market cap. And not to take, like he said, $3 billion. They could have raised $3 billion in the limelight when everybody was fired up, when everybody was going at the hedgies, and they raised the price up so high that the volume was massive. They could have got that capital raise done so quick.
The people at GameStop are insane. We'll more on that later. However, GameStop retraced all of its losses yesterday, and believe it or not, Jason, I kind of made back all the money we lost. Hey, all you Wall Street Bets people out there, I'm naked. GameStop calls. But I sold the 200 GameStop calls for $65. This is me complaining yesterday that these people are stupid. I, like an idiot, bought more today to bring my costs down because I thought it would trade back up. But 63.25 today, up 52% in one day.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not normal, people. I know you know this. Don't assume this is the new normal. This is only normal for this thing.
They did not.
And here's me today. I'm not joking around. I wrote naked calls at 200 when the stock was 155. Today the stock hit 220. I'm still naked call short, right?
Yep.
It goes back down to 210. I sell it, I get filled at 211. I sell my stock. We are long Box, BOX, we are long Viacom, and we are short GameStop.
Oh, really? Is that
That
right?
pause you heard is me saying I'm short GameStop.
You harvest the premium from the GameStop long position we had, right?
Right. So I have no GameStop in my portfolio.
Yeah.
And I've sold calls, the 200 calls, and they paid me $65.
They were like April 16th?
They were July's.
Oh, they were July's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's a huge premium there.
Yeah, $265, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been stupid before, and I'll be stupid again, but not with GameStop.
Well, most of the time we're not. When we're short, it's the indexes, macroeconomically, the market, the overall market. Rarely are we short.
We don't like shorting individual names.
We really
You
don't.
can get your head cut off.
That, and it goes against
Melvin
like,
Capital.
Yeah, like we have, we're patriots. We want to see the market succeed. We want to see America succeed, even if it's somebody in office that we don't agree with and their policies. Like, for example, right now. But I still don't want the market to tank, people's 401ks to tank, people to lose their houses. Like, no, that's not how we are. So
Yeah, we're not big on the shorting individual names. We weren't really short GameStop. We were short the premium that people were paying for volatility to own a derivative to buy GameStop.
Right.
We were selling fire insurance when there was an active fire raging and it was heading towards your home. And so we got to pay the premium for it. That's what the option market's about.
yeah.
But why doesn't GameStop just do an ATM?
That's smart.
Just do an ATM with the volume they get.
ATMs are used in times of good opportunities for the company to raise capital and to use it wisely to grow the business. And nobody usually objects to that. The only people that object to ATMs are people that are massively short term and care about tomorrow. They care about like what's going to happen tomorrow. GameStop should be caring about what's going to happen over the next 10 years and should have took advantage of this, and they did.
They finally took your advice. Is GameStop GME?
Listen, I have mixed emotions about this. I've used ATMs to raise a lot of money. I'm a big believer in them. They're the most efficient way of raising capital over time. They're not efficient fast, and it is very, very helpful to be able to do an ATM. Frankly, I still think that GameStop blew it. They could have done an ATM for the last 3 months. Frankly, makes no sense to me, but who am I? It's not up to me.
So those of you who know I'm a call writer, I wrote calls naked against GameStop, and all of them were profitable.
$65 premiums.
Right, covered them all today.
I haven't seen a PR yet saying that they have finished the ATM, and they're probably close to finishing the ATM. So I would say be on the lookout for that.
The 30 days expired today. GME hey.
Oh.
He's saying there's news on GME. Did they complete their ATM?
At 157 average.
Really? Wow.
just go
Thank
to
you
that.
for the chart.
Oh, after hours.
Oh,
ripping,
181 is
ripping
ripping, dude.
faces.
You got GameStop up
Wow.
1775 in the current market, and then in the aftermarket up an additional 14 or 8.3%. GameStop's ripping.
It's been an ongoing saga with this.